Okay, so yeah, Hardik also coming. Okay, guys, that is called SCSI. Okay, so now it is a SCSI. Okay, now why it is called a small computer? System interface is okay. Why it is called as a small computer? That's enough. Okay, the controller card itself contains a small processor, RAM, BIOS, and IO things also there. Okay, it means it is processing all the data, accessing read and write into the disk. Okay, disk other things like creating volume kind of stuff. Okay, accessing giving access to the clients. Okay, so entire thing is managed by like this only, just like your graphic card. If you have an idea of a graphic card, the graphic card having its own processor, RAM also. Like you, when you buy a graphic card, you can see 2 GB graphic card, 4 GB graphic card. It's nothing but a RAM. Okay, RAM size we are telling here, graphic RAM. Okay, and next one is it contains a process, but the graphic card alone it won't work. It is work with your remaining system, right? So if your normal processor is not is quite normal, it is not much powerful. But if you put a powerful graphic card, you can play powerful games also, right? So entire your gaming experience and your video things will take care by your graphic cards only. So no burden on your main system. Like that, your SCSI interface also will take care of all data read and write kind of stuff, attaching disk and detaching disk will be there by your SCSI interface only. So this interface contains its own IO devices, processor, RAM, and BIOS kind of stuff. So that's why it is called as a small computer. And this is a system interface. So system interface, small computer system interface. Why? Because of the itself is a small computer, but it works with your PC. Okay, so the computer basic components are there in the this card, and it is a system interface. So small computer system interface. Okay, so this is the small computer system interface. It is the disk, whatever we are attaching, disk drives are hot swappable, and multiple disks we can able to connect it. Okay, next one is SAS. What is SAS? Is nothing but SCSI only. SCSI starting time in a starting earlier SCSI interfaces are okay, ID type of interfaces only, ribbon cables only, 40 pin, 80 pin connectors only, like a PATA type of interfaces are there. Interface is like a PATA interface. It means starting time they use a parallel interfaces. Then SATA interfaces are came up. Okay, in a SCSI only for faster read and writing. Then technology updated with a SATA. So the disk which is having a SATA interface in a SCSI environment. Environment is SCSI only. In the SCSI, if you have a PATA interface, it's a SCSI disk only. If you have a PATA interface type, the type of interface look like a PATA interface, it's a SCSI only. But if you are using a serial technology, serial hard disk are there. So that is a SATA hard disk. That is called a SAS. SAS means SCSI with SATA. SCSI with SATA. Interface is like a serial SATA. Okay, serial type, serial disk interfaces. Parallel interfaces is normal SCSIs, and SCSI with the serial interfaces, it's a SAS. This is a SAS, but it is not like our small cable. It is like a big round cable only. So it's the attachment is little bit different. Okay, normally if you are using disk is outside of your PC, it's preferably use SAS only outside of your server. Okay, already I told SSD. SSD is usually for putting a OS and applications, and your services are everything run. It is much faster and costlier. And compared to the normal hard disk, SCSI is costlier and faster. And compared to the SCSI, the SSD is much faster. Okay, so if you want to store huge amount of data, like you are having big data centers, you want to store big huge data centers, and you want to create a writes kind of stuff, LVM kind of stuff, we prefer SCSI here. Okay, not SSD, not normal hard disk. Okay, we prefer SCSI hard disk. Okay, SSDs are only for operating system installation and faster booting and service read and write process purpose only. So this is only one picture take a lot of time to take it, almost like we take more than 1 hour. Okay, guys. Next one is disk volumes. Disk volume need a little bit time. So within this time, I will tell one important thing, that is because I don't want to forget about this virtual hard disk. Okay, at least I will go to this one. Virtual hard disk. You have a physical hard disk. Okay, think like you have a physical hard disk, and physical hard disk got a partition, right? So normally we have a partitions in a physical hard disk, right? I put a drive letters here. For example, this C drive, D drive, E drive. Okay, so normally I'm taking. So I'm taking an example from D drive. I'm taking example from D drive. D drive size is 200 GB. D drive size is 200 GB size. Total size of D drive is 200 GB. Nothing is there. It's a clear disk. Okay, 200 GB free space, 200 GB disk. Think like that. Okay. Next, virtual hard disk is not a folder. It is a kind of file, but it stores the data like a disk only. So this is my virtual hard disk. This is my virtual hard disk. Okay. So in this virtual hard disk, I can store the data, but I can't store the data just like we are storing in a folder. We have to attach this virtual hard disk. Okay. I put a V disk. For virtual hard disk, I'm putting a V disk. This is my virtual hard disk, V disk 1. I have to attach this virtual hard disk like a normal hard disk only. For example, if you go to disk management, in a disk management, when I attach this virtual hard disk, then it will attach like this. It shows like this. So it depends upon the size of the disk. It will show the size. Okay. For example, the size of the disk is, for example, it is a 20 GB. It's a 20 GB hard disk. So this is virtual hard disk, shows like this. We can partition the disk and we can install OS. You can keep the data. Okay. Or you want to put any secret data inside, we can put it in a virtual hard disk. Okay. So what is the virtual hard disk? Virtual hard disk stores in your physical space only, either your own system or outside of the system or central storage, whatever it is. Important thing is virtual hard disk is how your files are storing in your PC. The virtual hard disk also stores in your PC only. It means in your disk only. It is stored in disk only. Okay, it is not a separate disk. It is stored in your disk only. And this virtual hard disk, you can keep the data inside, but you want to keep the data, you have to attach like a normal hard disk. Right click, attach the disk. Once you attach the disk, virtual hard disk, so it will show your 20 GB free space, and you can put a, you can treat this disk as a normal disk also. Okay, what is this? This is a V disk 1. Okay, this is a V disk 1 disk, right? Yeah, so it's a V disk 1. Okay, whatever it is. This is normal disk 0. Disk 0. Okay, and inside my D drive, I created this one. For example, in this one, I put a data. For example, I put a 2 GB data in my 20 GB disk. I put a 2 GB data in my 20 GB disk. This 2 GB is occupied in my physical disk only. It means it is occupied in my 200 GB disk only. So like that. Okay. and I will tell the different variations also. But at present, I try to understand what is the virtual hard disk. It stores in your physical hard disk, and we can store the data inside the in this one like a normal hard disk only by attaching the disk into like this. So this is about your first virtual hard disk. Next, of course, there is a two formats are there in Microsoft in virtual hard disk. VHD, sorry, okay. Two formats are there. One is dot VHD, and one is dot VHDX. X means it's a XML format is working here. So this VHD works up to 2 terabyte of hard disk, virtual hard disk we can able to create it. Here more than 2 terabytes we can create, almost like a 64 terabytes we can able to create it. So I'm writing here is more than 2 terabyte disk we can able to create it. Okay, so up to 64 terabytes really we can able to create it. What is the use of creating virtual hard disk? We can attach this virtual hard disk to our virtual machines in Hyper-V. We can attach this virtual hard disk to Hyper-V virtual machines. We can attach it. We can store the data. You know, there is a few techniques also there. When we learn about virtual hard disk, that time means almost 4 or 5 years back. We tried once, but it is failed. But like that, but we can able to do it like this. We can install the operating system in virtual hard disk, and we will make that OS as a physical disk. Okay, so like when you start your PC, OS can be boot from virtual hard disk. That is also possible. We can, for a testing purpose, like we can do it. But I tried only once and I failed. But I have to figure it out how to. When you start your machine, so that time you should take the hard disk should be attached, and as well as your BIOS should recognize your virtual hard disk. So you have to get our operating system for virtual hard disk, not from your physical hard disk. Like that we can tell. Okay. So BCD edit commands are there. So we have to edit so many things to do it. But normally we can able to install OS. We can attach this virtual hard disk to our system, and we can store the data, retrieve the data like that, and we can treat that disk as a separate disk. But actually it is stored in your physical disk only. And another one is we can attach this disk to virtual machines. So then virtual machines also will access your data. So that is also possible. Okay. Okay. So this is the one. Next. In a virtual hard disk, there is a fixed size and dynamic sizes are there. Fixed size and a dynamic size also there. Okay, so what is the fixed size of hard disk? Okay, so we'll see. So I need this one. Okay, this is enough. Okay, this is virtual hard disk. Okay, so before this one. Okay, so I'm going to create a fixed disk. Okay, it's a fixed disk. Okay, fixed disk. Okay, so the disk size is 20 GB. Okay, disk size is 20 GB. So whenever you create a fixed disk, so once disk is created, this 20 GB is occupied now only. This 20 GB size will occupy inside your physical disk only. In physical disk space only, it will occupy. It means if you check your D drive free space, it shows 180 GB. It shows free space is 180 GB only. Okay, even though your virtual hard disk having a only data 2 GB, I copied 2 GB data inside your 20 GB hard disk. I copied only 2 GB data inside your hard disk. I copied only 2 GB data in 20 GB disk. Still it is showing a 180 GB thing. It's a fixed disk, means it will check whether that much of free space is there or not, and then it will create 20 GB disk in a starting only. In starting only, it occupies 20 GB. Irrespective of how much data inside a disk, it occupies 20 GB. So your total space is 200 GB. Now it is showing only 180 GB free space. Now how much space is there? 180 GB free space. Now I am going to create another disk. I'm going to create another disk. Okay, this is the disk I'm going to create. Okay. Okay, I'm going to create another disk. Okay. Oh, sorry. This is a dynamic disk. Okay. So I created a dynamic disk. This is also a 20 GB disk. I created a 20 GB disk. Sorry. I created a 20 GB disk. But it won't occupy 20 GB starting. Okay. This disk can store up to 20 GB. This disk can able to store up to 20 GB data, but it won't occupy 20 GB directly. With free disk is there, a disk does not contain anything. The total space it will take in starting 4 MB. Total space of the disk is 4 MB starting. Then once you attach the disk and making a format and all, it becomes 16 MB disk. Okay, and if you insert any files, then it will occupy. For example, if you put a 2 GB data here inside this disk, you copied a 2 GB data. So what will happen? This 2 GB only occupied in your physical space. So it won't occupy 20 GB. It will occupy only 2 GB only. How much data you are inserted? Okay, up to 20 GB you can able to insert it. How much you are inserted, that much only it will occupy from your physical disk. For example, already you copy 2 GB. Now 178 GB free. Free space is 180 GB. 180 GB, 178 GB free space it is showing here. Okay, so what is this? Okay, understand? Fixed disk means starting only without any data, it will occupy 20 GB in your physical disk. But in a dynamic disk, it won't occupy your 20 GB in this one. It will occupy very partial one. And if you keep the data, then only it will occupy the disk space. So that is a dynamic disk. So fixed disk, dynamic disk, VHD, VHDX. Okay. Now practically how we can able to do it. So we'll see. We can go to the server or Windows 10, anything, no problem. Physical machine, virtual machine, anything, no problem. But I want to do it in currently my server is already open. So I am going to show you how to do with my physical server. Okay. So you can do with the Windows 8, Windows 7, Windows 10, XP. Okay. Also it's possible. So to do this one, so I'm doing this. I don't have any D drive here. So I should have a D drive, so then I can put the data separately. Okay. So first of all, guys, anybody can remember how to go to disk partitioning, how to manage the disk? Anybody remember? What is the run command to open? Don't remember? Okay, disk mgmt.msc, disk mgmt.msc. So I'm doing in server, but you can do any place. And I want some D drive, so I don't want to use the C drive for everything. So already I'm using C drive for so many things. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to C drive. I'm going to shrink the volume so I can create a D drive separately first. Or E drive or whatever it is. So this much size you can able to separate it, but I want only 30 GB. Okay, 30 GB, 30720, 30 GB is enough. or maybe 20 GB is enough. I think so. Okay, no problem. We'll see what will happen. Okay, 30. Now see. So I'm making that as a separate drive. So I will use this drive so we can observe clearly instead of putting everything into C drive. Okay. This is a basic disk. Can you see this one? This is the basic disk. Okay. If you want to convert into dynamic, you can convert it. If you convert it, it works, no problem. But when you get a problem, you have to format entire PC. That's why don't do it. It's a GPT disk. That's what is showing. Convert into MBR. Okay. Now E drive is alive. So then what I have to do? So I'm going to E drive. This is the free space E drive. Can you see this E drive? Okay, like this. If you go to, it's an empty drive. So go to this one. Usage space is this much, and we have 29.1 GB. So very good. Okay. Now I want to create a what's this, right? So you can go to action. In the action, you can see create a VHD. Create a VHD. You can go like this, or you can click on this one. If you click here, you can get an action menu. More actions. More actions. Okay, create a VHD. Like this also we can do it. Okay. Like this also we can do it. Or you can use a command called disk part. Also we can use to create a VHD. Okay, disk part having so many things, so we can use it. So can you see this is VHD supports virtual hard disk up to 2 terabytes. You can create a disk up to 2 terabytes. This larger than 2 terabytes, maximum is 64 terabytes you can able to create it. VHDX format is introduced in Windows 8 and 2012 server. Okay, from Windows. If you have Windows 7, you can't do VHDX. If you have Windows 7 and lower versions, you can't do VHDX. 1 second, guys. Okay, so what is VHD? Support up to 2 terabytes. VHDX more than 2 terabytes, and maximum is 64 terabytes VHD we can able to create. More than we can't able to create, and it is won't work. VHDX is not there in Windows 7 and lower versions, and 2008 and lower versions it won't not there. Windows 8 are higher versions, and 2012 and higher versions. Virtual hard disk types are fixed size and dynamic size. So what you do when you are open like this, or you can see on my screen also. So what you can able to do, what you do, take this exact picture, or take a screenshot of this one. You can take a screenshot of this one, and then you can store it. Okay, so I am giving in a full screen mode. Okay, I'm giving in a full screen mode because details are there. Later you can write down in a neatly. Okay, so in screen. Sorry, we should not take a print screen like this. I will take print screen from here. I have another tools to take a print screen, and also from VM also we can take it. Capture the screen. You can click on a capture screen. The screen will be captured, but it is there in somewhere. We don't know where it's located. You have to go with where is this? Find out where is My documents, virtual machine. I don't know. Connect map, edit. Again, I will do that one. Screenshot saved into host clipboard to the host desktop folder. Edit preference workspace. Edit preference workspace. Here it is there, but it is not there. Okay, 1 second. It is saying desktop. Here it is. This is the picture, I think so. Okay, so this is earlier, you know, when VMware 7 is introduced, when VMware 7, below 7 means below 9 also. Yeah, here it is. This is the picture, guys. Okay. So you can write down from here also, or you can crop it if you want. You can crop it. Okay. Yeah, this is the crop thing. Okay, so you can save it, save a copy. Yeah, it's this. I'll put a virtual hard disk, virtual disk in our folder. Okay, save it. See, done. Okay, we got our details. So then we'll see. Okay, now I'm going to create a disk. For example, first is a fixed size. Okay, we'll create a fixed size. Okay, I'm going to create a. Okay, when I select this one, this is recommended. When I select this one, this is recommended. No problem. VHDX only I'm creating. VHD I'm not creating. VHDX I'm creating. First is fixed size, and where you want to create it. I want to create in my E drive. Okay, in my server only I'm doing. So you can do in server or Windows 10 also. Don't do it in your physical machines in generally. Okay, so this is a fixed disk, right? I put a fixed disk. Okay, or a fixed disk. Okay, so VHDX format. Save it, and how much disk you want to create it. For example, I want to create a 4 GB disk. I want to create 4 GB disk. When we start something, then fixed size, fixed disk, 4 GB disk I'm creating. Okay, my total disk space is 30 GB. Now can you see the disk is attached already? I want to see my E drive, so I'm going to E drive. So disk is created and it is already occupied 4 GB. And you can go to this one, properties. Actual size is 29.9 GB. Now it is showing 25, means 4 GB already occupied. Okay. Now this is initializing this. Right click, initialize the disk. Okay, this is offline. This is initialize the disk. So you want to initialize as a MBR or GPT. Understand MBR and GPT how to initialize. So I'm initializing as a GPT, MBR or GPT, anything, no problem. But I'm using GPT. Now it is initialized and online. It's the basic disk. Can you see the color difference? This is normal hard disk. This is virtual hard disk. And this is the black one. Then create a simple volume. So unallocated space, I am allocating entire space. If you want, you can take a partitions also. You can shrink the volume, you can extend the volume. Every practical you can do on this one. Nothing will happen. This is a virtual hard disk only. Okay. So if you see, this is the virtual, but Can you see this F drive is that 4 GB hard disk only. This is a file here, but if you see, it looks like a drive, empty drive. You can put a files also here. If you want to put some files inside, you can copy files, pictures, your secret data, everything. You can put whatever you want it, you can put it here. So I put some data in my F drive. Where it is storing, actually it is storing in this one only. Okay, but actually it is, we are copied here, but actually it is storing here only. Okay, 20 GB occupied, already 4 GB occupied here. Now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to detach it. Detach. Okay. Now what happened? If you go to where is this F drive? F drive is gone because we are detached it. Then now this is our disk. So data is stored here, but it is not visible to anybody. If I double click, because it's 16, right? So no problem. 10 and 16, 8, no problem. If I double click, automatically it is got attached. Automatically it is got attached. If you are taking Windows 7 kind of stuff, double click won't work. Disk management only we can able to attach. So it is attached. Your data is there. So you can see the F drive, and also you can see from the disk management it is attached, because already it is assigned GPT and all. No need to do anything extra. Simply already formatted. So same thing, same format, same thing will be there. Okay, that is a fixed hard disk. Next, I'm going to create a virtual hard disk. I'm going to create another virtual hard disk. Create virtual hard disk, VHDX, dynamically expanding. I said dynamic, but it's dynamically expanding. Okay, you must tell correctly. Fixed size, dynamically expanding. Already I told what is the dynamically expanding. Okay. So DNY disk. So that is enough. Save. Then how much disk I created there? 4 GB disk I created. Same 4 GB I'm creating here. 4 GB dynamically expanding disk I'm creating. You can read those things, you will understand clearly. You can note down. Now I created a disk and little bit like this. Okay, now this is my dynamic disk. Here 4 GB disk I created, and now initialize the disk. Okay, GPT, no problem, same thing. Okay, before I do anything, just already I done something. Okay, I have to show you important. Can you see dynamic disk? It's actually 4 MB. Now it is a 69 MB. Okay, so it's a 68 MB occupying in your space. It is not occupying 4 GB now. Okay, it's not occupying 4 GB now. And I'm going to create a simple volume on this disk. Oh shit. I am not recording any record. This guys, if you have a record, that is a good. I'm not recording this session. I didn't record. I forgot to record. Afternoon session, I will record it. Okay. Actually, really, I forget to record. Okay. I'm in the mood of showing this disk. Okay. And another tension. Okay. Now it is showing almost like a 164 MB only. Now it's a full access drive. So we can access this disk here like this. Can you see? This is also a 4 GB disk, does not contain anything. Okay. For example, if you put some data, for example, if you put a 2 GB data, then only it will occupy 2 GB. Otherwise, it won't occupy any data from your PC. But I don't have any extra GB space. Otherwise, I have to use the command to create a data. And I forget that how to put a command. I know the command, but full command I didn't remember properly. Fs util, that we are about to close. It's a 3 minutes to close. I think you are understanding. If you don't understand, after lunch break, we can able to, I will explain it again. Okay, completely. Now it is 112, it means 115 by 115, it is going to be disconnect. Come back at 2:15, I will be ready. I don't need to cook my curry and all, so I will have to preheat and then I have to eat. Okay, so that's it. Okay, so no need to worry. So I will be back at 2:15. 2 o'clock I am ready. 2:15, take at least 1 hour break, so you will get cool. If you don't understand this one, after break ask me, I will explain it again. Okay. So then we have to put a file size, right? 1024.0.0.0.0. New file name is file1.txt. What will happen? Either it will throw error or it will create. Yeah, it's throwing error. Then fs util right? Yeah, this is the column. Create new file1.txt 1024 some bytes. Yeah. How to create a file? File is created. I don't know how much size it is. It's around 10 MB. Now I have to create a more big sizes. Okay. Not enough disk space. No, not enough disk space. File is created. Now finally file is created. Now how much GB it is? Around 1 GB. Yeah, it's a 4 GB, right? So that's it is a 1 GB. Guys, can you see? This is 1 GB space I created. Now that 1 GB effective on this one now. Okay. So earlier 4 GB for a fixed size. I given a 4 GB of fixed size plus 1 GB for dynamic disk. So whenever you put a data in a dynamic disk, then only it will occupy the size. Now we are about to disconnect, luckily, but bad luck is I didn't record. So the class get neatly came, but I didn't record anything. Okay. Okay. So afternoon we'll see the ride and all other kind of stuff. So bye bye. Have a lunch, nice lunch. Come back at 2:15. Take 1 hour break, relax, eat good, and study that PPT. Okay. If you want to try, you can try, no problem. If you have a doubts in a trial, then no problem. And read those